Welcome viewers back to another interview for faircollectionfees.com. I'm very excited because today we have a gentleman with us who has been on the front lines in the battle against the collection companies in the state of Nevada. I've met this gentleman, very proud of him in what he's been able to achieve to date, and his name is James Adams. And James, can you tell us a little bit about your firm, first of all, and your background, and how long you've been in Las Vegas for?
Well, I've been in Las Vegas since, let me see, it was December of 1995, so it's been about 15 years now. And a little bit about my background: I've owned a legal publishing company, a multi-state mortgage banking firm, a business brokerage firm, real estate firm, and about 11 years ago or so, I decided to make use of that law degree I got back in the 1980s. And I took the Nevada bar and became a business attorney. And what I do at my firm, it's Adams Law Group, we do real estate litigation, business litigation. We're trial lawyers. We do transactional work, contracts, that sort of thing. And we do class action lawsuits. And right now, one of my passions and something I'm really focusing on is homeowners association issues.
And why is that?
Well, it has come to my attention that there's been a number of abuses in this area. In my practice, because it's a real estate practice, I've gotten a lot of people calling me, a lot of homeowners, very distressed over certain tactics that their homeowners associations have taken against them. They feel aggrieved, they feel injured by some of the HOA practices, and especially the practices of the homeowners association collection attorneys or collection agencies. And this was really the genesis of why it is that my firm has filed a couple of class action lawsuits against, right now against 278 homeowners associations and against about a half a dozen collection agencies. And there will be most likely more lawsuits filed against collection agencies.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit, the collection companies and their violation of consumer laws?
Different collection agencies have different tactics. There is one particular collection agency that will be very likely filing a lawsuit either this week or the following week because we're informed that they are an unlicensed collection agency. They call themselves a foreclosure service company, but under the laws of the state of Nevada, if you are collecting a debt on behalf of another, basically collecting somebody else's debt, you are required to have a collection agency license. If you don't have a collection agency license and you collect debts, as this one particular company has been doing for years now, you're actually in violation of the Deceptive Trade Practices Act, which is labeled under Nevada law as consumer fraud. So we're alleging that one particular company has engaged in consumer fraud and that every dollar it has made from homeowners, every collection dollar it has made, it should return to the homeowners.
Wow. So basically what I understand is that at least one collection company that you're aware of is not licensed to be doing what they're doing, and you are seeking on behalf of all of the homeowners who paid this collection company to get repayment. So if people want to reach out to you and they'd like to find out how they could be involved in such a thing, or if they feel abused by their homeowners association by excessive fees, for example, if they had a weed growing in their backyard for a couple $100 and then in the end it ended up being a few $1,000s, normally they feel quite unempowered on that. There's nothing they can do. They just feel they have to pay the collection company. But what in fact can they do if they've got some really great examples? Is there anything they can do to kind of add to the ammunition of what you're undertaking?
If the homeowner would like more information about the lawsuit that we filed, certainly they can call my office at 838-7200. They can log on to our website at adamslawnevada.com, all spelled out. They can email me at james@adamslawnevada.com. and get some more information about the lawsuit, and if they're among one of the homeowners that would be in that class. You know, in this state, the homeowners statutes, the homeowners association statutes, I would call them very one-sided for the homeowners association.
Mhm.
It's very difficult for an aggrieved homeowner to get relief. I was actually looking at some of the statistics for alternative dispute resolutions. You know, if you're a homeowner and you have a dispute with your homeowners association, you can arbitrate the dispute through the ombudsman's office at the real estate division.
You know, you make a fantastic point, because I know in our battle against the collection companies, certainly I've spoken in front of, I think it's fair to say, a few thousand people plus on this very subject. And whenever I talk in front of a crowd, I ask for people to raise their hands if they feel that the abuses in the collection industry and the abuse in with the homeowners association, if there should be changes. And I would certainly be surprised if less than 98–99% of the hands in the room go up each time.
Yeah.
But yet, when I go to the CICC meetings in front of the commissioners, and I sit there and I present my case on why things have to change with the billing rates and what's happened in the past with collection companies, and homeowner after homeowner gets up and also does a presentation on what's happened to them. And it's certainly evident that there's a huge variance between what one collection company charges and in some cases what other collection companies charge that can be 3, 4, 5 times as much money.
True.
And when I get in front of the commissioners, it always shocks me that I cannot understand why it is that you don't want to run anything by plebiscite if you have a committee position. I agree with that. But if the overwhelming majority of homeowners in the state of Nevada and the citizens of Nevada want positive change, why is it that the commissioners certainly have made it certainly have given indications in front of those government hearings that by no means is it a slam dunk that things are going to radically change within the collection industry?
And you know, I'm one for grassroots action. I think if anything is going to change the the inertia of the status quo. I mean, it is sort of inertia. Things don't really change unless a group of people with a great deal of commitment and a great deal of energy start that rock, that boulder rolling.